Like, we've got people in South America, we've got English people, we've got Irish people, we've got a Swede in there somewhere, Canadians. User brought the world together.
The fact that you went through excommunication and still came back and somehow we were able to positively influence that, mind blown.
I ended up on a Christian dating website, met an inactive member and started asking questions.
If you think church is boring, then come to WardRadio.
Because I've been seeing Midnight Mormon stuff popping up and I'm like, okay, they're using the word Mormon, they're not good, they're all anti sort of stuff. And I'm not, I may not be active, but I'm not going to bring that energy into my house kind of thing. But then I saw Quaker and all that and I went, okay, I'll give them a chance.
Through strange and mysterious ways is, this Discord came together so that his children all around the world can help each other.
What I love about WardRadio is it's not the suit and tie church.
Alicia, we love to have heard your story, but we really just wanted to listen to your accent the whole time.
All of the scriptural references used in this episode will be brought to you by scripturenotes.com. For a free trial to Scripture Notes, please visit the link in the description.
We have a special guest today, all the way from Australia coming in, and this beautiful woman, Alicia, is here to share her story, and we also have some fun stuff that you're going to like to hear. And please, as you're watching the show, we'd love to hear your comments, share, and let us know what your experience is with your testimony while watching Women of WardRadio as well as WardRadio. So go ahead, Charlotte.
Okay, let's start this off by watching an awesome TikTok by Jessie Jensen. It's her 10-second leaving Mormonism story. She says, my 10-second church leaving story. It's boring. That's why I left. The church is bad. That's why I left. So I laughed when I saw this because I was actually looking for people to say that church is boring, looking for antis to say church is boring, because my response is, if you think church is boring, whether you're in or outside the church, then come to WardRadio, because WardRadio is the place where church transforms to maybe boring to fascinating and fun and entertaining, enlightening, intriguing. So that's why we love WardRadio. It is not boring. It is the awesome side of the gospel. And I can only be here a few minutes today. So I just want to share why I think WardRadio is awesome. And then we're going to go into some amazing testimonials and clips and stories. And Alicia, we want to hear your story. But first, if you want to bring up why I think WardRadio is amazing. So my husband is Jonah. He and Tikla got me into Midnight Mormons, into WardRadio. And I was just a casual listener for a while. And now I'm hooked. Love WardRadio. And here's why. So number one, Jonah is my favorite part of WardRadio. He's my favorite human. Number two, the amazing community. You see all the time in the Discord people saying, I was lonely at church. I thought I didn't have a place. No one really seemed like me or to like me, but I found my family in WardRadio, and especially on the Discord. And I love it because through WardRadio, we can see that there's no one right way to be LDS. Like, there isn't one personality. There isn't some cookie cutter way to be LDS. There are so many personalities, so many interests, so many even ranges of belief here. And I love that. Number three, on WardRadio, we get answers to anti-Mormon claims. So my whole life, I heard things, but I didn't really care about them when I heard anti-Mormon claims. They didn't really frustrate me or disturb me. I just be like, I'm sure there's an answer for that, whatever, and I'd move on. But it's so fun now to be able to have answers and to be able to have the courage to stand up. So it's been amazing seeing, as I've been listening more and more to WardRadio, when I hear anti-claims or watch their silly things on social media, like, I have answers now, and I'll even practice out loud what I would say to respond. It's so fun to have answers and to have the courage to speak up. There are answers to the garbage that's out there. 4, there's space for questions and space for faith. Austin Fife with his Light and Truth letter, I love how he, like, that phrase, he just wanted to give space for belief, space for faith. Through WardRadio, we can hear all the amazing things about the gospel, to see how it's, it's been around since Adam. It's in the Apocrypha. There's hints of it everywhere. What the temple is, all this deep doctrine, like it's incredible. And there's space for faith, but also there's space for disagreement, and there's space for questions. Like, antis will say, you're not allowed to ask questions in the church. You're not allowed to believe anything different. But here we learn that you can ask questions. Number 5, enthusiasm and laughter for the gospel. I have never laughed so hard listening to anything. Like when I'm in the car driving and Cardin or any of the guys just like say some ridiculous thing. It is so funny. And it just makes me excited to be a member of this church and to have the gospel, just that laughter and enthusiasm.
Charlotte, might you say that it's loud laughter?
I love it.
Deafening laughter. Deafening laughter is totally allowed.
Nice.
Contagious laughter, also allowed. And yeah, Cardin's laughter, Kwaku's pearls, Brad's eyebrows, also great reasons to love WardRadio. Although I must say, when I was at the Jonah's book launch in Orem a few weeks ago, Kwaku was there. I met him for the first time in person. He was not wearing pearls. I was so disappointed. I was so excited to see Kwaku in his pearls in real life, and he had some gold chain on. What a bummer.
What a letdown. Jeez, Kwaku.
All right. Well, so long. I'm heading out. Enjoy the conversation, ladies. Go WardRadio. Alicia, thanks for joining us. I'm excited to hear your story when this episode comes out.
Alicia, thanks for showing up and showing out. Actually, we decided to do this show from your suggestion in our Discord. So I would love, and we would all love to hear your personal story.
So my story, I was raised Catholic. I went Wiccan in the 90s because that's what we did back then, thanks to Charmed and all the rest of it. And it was my way to rebel against my Catholic mother and Catholic education and all that sort of stuff. And I was pretty tame compared to some of the girls in my school. Moved to Sydney and met my now first ex-husband and became an evang, which I think is called Protestant. So my mother calls them happy clappers. So you got Hillsong, that kind of stuff. And it just, none of it fit right for me. And eventually I ended up on a Christian dating website, met an inactive member and started asking questions. And through that time I had little seeds about the church, like Big Love and then Sister Wives and shows and stuff that would sort of, okay, that's curious. I was always interested in learning about other religions and stuff. And then got talking to him and he answered a lot of my questions. And then we went to church in September of 2013. And about a week or a couple of weeks later, however it goes, I got baptized. And my now 19-year-old was baptized the same day. Then I had to move, and I'm very shy normally. I'm not as much as what I used to be, and I went inactive because it was quite hard to make friends for me. I don't usually insert myself in public, like in person. And then I met my second husband, and he moved in and lived all of that, and then we had a pretty significant incident happen to friends of ours, and he wanted to know about the church, and he started to have his own faith crisis. He liked to call himself a Satanist, but he was too lazy for that. And
Sounds
so I said, well, I can get the missionaries to come by, and then 2 days later I'm in my local shopping center, and it was like every missionary in Sydney was in this shopping center food court all at once. And I'm like, what on earth? I've never seen it before in my life. And I went running up to two poor elders and slid on the floor and nearly crashed into the poor boys. And I went, I need the phone number for the missionaries in my area. And they took my number, and those elders called. And then by, I think, the third lesson, my ex was asking to be baptized, and we thought it would never happen. And we're like, well, if that's going to happen, we have to get married. So he sort of looked at me and went, all right, well, we're getting married then. I'm like, what now? And then so within 2 months, we pulled a wedding together, and thankfully my mother taught me to sew. I am a qualified florist. I am a qualified cake decorator. So I pretty much did everything myself. I cheated. I used fake flowers. So
hey, that's not cheating.
That saved a lot of
Smart.
effort and money and stuff. And then, well, I could put them on display afterwards and stuff. And then so we got married, and then a week later he was baptized, and a week after that he baptized my now 17-year-old. And then a lot of drama happened, and that relationship ended. And then I had to move, and again, I found it difficult to reinsert myself in another group of people. And then we all the kids and I all got sick, and just like winter and 9 a.m. church in winter and sick kids and snot and coughing. And I'm like, I'm not inflicting that on anyone at church. We have quite a lot of disabled and elderly people in my ward. So I'm very much, nope, I'm not letting them catch something we've got that could potentially kill them. And then I started watching a lot of YouTube, and then I saw Stick of Joseph guys' trailer for the documentary they were attempting to make at one point. And then I saw a Midnight Mormon episode with the Stick of Joseph guys, and I recognized Kwaku from Saints Unscripted when it was 3 Mormons, and went, okay, because I've been seeing Midnight Mormon stuff popping up, and I'm like, okay, they're using the word Mormon. They're not good. You know, they're all anti sort of stuff. And I'm not, you know, I may not be active, but I'm not going to bring that energy into my house kind of thing. And but then I saw Kwaku and all that, and I went, okay, I'll give them a chance. And I haven't really looked back since. I think 2 months later, I became a channel member, and then the Discord started nearly a year ago, and somehow I was made a mod. I now know that one of the guys messaged Jonah and suggested me to be a mod, and then I woke up to being a mod and went, okay, this is a thing. And having the Discord, having Danny Gray and Blood Truck in particular, they helped remind me to pay tithing so that I could get my temple recommend. I started going to church and just started doing everything, and just every single WardRadio episode just kept strengthening and intensifying my testimony. And I haven't been to church for the last 3 weeks. I've had firefighting stuff on. I've had helping friends move from my home, like my cousin moved from my hometown and things like that. So, and then we've had general conference and state conference the following weekend. And so there's not been church anyway. But I'm still like, I actually turned up to church on Sunday only to find the chapel empty, forgetting that it was state conference weekend and we were in another chapel, and went, well, we're just going to have to go home now and put WardRadio on. And because it was my Sunday, but your Saturday, and I think an episode dropped. So I'm like, close enough to church. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's what I love about WardRadio is it's not the suit and tie church. It's like you see the guys, John Hilton III and stuff, and the guy seems lovely, but he looks like he has a stick up his rear. And that doesn't gel with me. Like, it just even the men in my church, even when they're wearing suits, you can still have a joke with them. They're still the larrikins, that is, you know, iconic Aussie. And that's why WardRadio gels with me the most, is like Charlotte was saying, the boys are never serious. Like, even in a serious episode, there is still a joke flying. There is still shenanigans flying. And even in my hardest times with my daughter's dialysis, and she's been on for 3 years now, so it takes a toll on her body, and we're having crash days, and we're having legal stuff with my second ex, and you'll guarantee, like, Heavenly Father knows I need a WardRadio episode, and I can play it in the car, and she's laughing after she's been like not being able to get out of bed for school before dialysis, and we're, you know, having a chuckle, and, you know, for the 40-minute drive to the hospital for dialysis and stuff. And my girls love it, and the kids love it. I remember one episode, Kwaku was on, but he was out and about. He was like, he zoomed in or something from in a park or something, and my now 5-year-old walked in, and she's gone, "Why is Kwaku outside?" And I'm like, "How do you know his name?" Like, not thinking she was taking any of it in. And then I realized that my 4-year-old and 5-year-old have been listening to WardRadio, because I will put it on the TV, and they hear it all. And they're, like Jacob was saying about the apologetics, they're learning apologetics at 4 and 5 years old. They're learning the church history, accurate church history, not Alecia Grenfell church history. From WardRadio, they're learning the deep dive doctrine and stuff from Don Bradley and Jonah and David Butler and that kind of stuff at 4 and 5 years old. They may not be able to read, but they're still learning it in their way, the only way that they can. And for me, I've never read the Book of Mormon. I cannot read that book. It is just the old English, my dyslexia, my ADHD, not see you later. I've read a plain English version of it, but I don't need to read it to know it's true. Like, as soon as I picked up a Book of Mormon, I knew it was true. And actually, that reminds me, my first ever Book of Mormon wasn't given to me by missionaries. I was at a friend's house, and she'd been given one by missionaries at some point in life, and she had it on a bookshelf, and I was just walking around looking at all the different books, and it was like it glowed. Like, just something said, I need to pick this book up. And so I picked it up, and I was, you know, strumming through it, and she said, "Oh, you can have that. I don't want it. Some guys gave it to me at the door once." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you." I took it home and put it on my own bookshelf and forgot about it. And like 2 years later was when I started to investigate the church properly. And it's just little seeds. And the only time I miss church now is if there's a, you know, family emergency, like my grandmother dying a few months back, moving my cousin from our hometown to here, or bushfire related stuff, because I'm a bushfire fighter. So, but yeah, so sorry, a bit rambly, but.
Oh, I am just telling you right now, I'm in awe, and I love your accent. And can I just say, I love your green nails. I'm a nail girl. I love it. Can I just say, I don't know if the viewers know, but WardRadio, the premise, the whole hope is that that members are fed with the gospel, however we're able to get it to you, whether it's by laughter, by doctrine, by sharing experiences. But your story is the epitome of why WardRadio and why the women of WardRadio, why we even exist, because we're hoping and praying that we can build Zion through the testimony, building your testimony through laughter, fun, and through just showing the world that we're normal, and we're weird, and we're quirky, and we love our Heavenly Father. And not every person will understand what it is that we're talking about if they're not a member of the church, but we're hoping and praying that they see that we have the light of Christ in us. And I love, Alicia, that you have been fed from what it is that we're doing, and even if it's just you that we've served, I'm happy. I feel like I've done my job. I know Cardin and the boys and the ladies of WardRadio. That is the mission of all of our hearts. So I love your story. And I don't know how much more time you have, but thank you so much for sharing. We love your testimony. I
have about 15 minutes.
You do? Okay. And I just wanted you to know that when I was going through the Discord to see potential show topics, you took this topic and really got a lot of people involved on the Discord to share their experience. And we've got some that we're going to show today and some fun stuff too. But I just want to say thank you.
Can I just quickly add in there? One of the reasons why I put that thread in the show topics idea in the Discord wasn't for it to be an actual show idea. It was to help boost you guys, because seeing the amount of stuff you guys debunk, and we don't have an anti-Mormon, ex-Mormon culture here in Australia. There is a new article, a show idea in the Discord. Someone faked a letter from someone or something, but that's about it. Like, there's nothing. There's no Alyssa Grenfelds, no nothing here. And it must get really tiring for you guys to constantly be re-debunking the same garbage over and over and over again, and disheartening for you to, like, what's the point? So I wanted that thread not to be a show idea, but somewhere for you guys to come and see the good you guys are doing, to see how you have brought myself back to church, and the other ladies that you're going to show here, all of the men that have put their stories on how WardRadio has helped their testimonies, and not just come back to church, but I know of at least one baptism from here in Australia because of WardRadio, because he had the Discord for him to be able to come and ask his questions. And just on the weekend, he just baptized his wife.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
Which I'd like to sort of add that into WardRadio, as well as to, because WardRadio was there to have the show for him to watch, because his hours didn't allow him to chat with the missionaries and text the missionaries and things like that, his questions. He said he was walking away from the church, but because we started the Discord when we did, he could ask his questions at our midnight, all of you Americans in the Discord, and got his answers, and he's messaged the missionaries and gone, hey, I want to be baptized. And that was in February. And then now this weekend just gone, he baptized his wife because of the good you guys have done. And that's all I ever wanted for that thread. It was never to be a show. It was just to boost you guys and energize you guys and show you guys you are actually doing something good for the world.
Much for bringing that up. I can't tell you, like, I'll be vulnerable for a few minutes. There's been so many times where I've talked to Cardin and I'm like, should we keep doing this? Like, is this even doing anything? Like, I don't know. We live in California, so we're also kind of removed, right? I think the hub is Utah. But I just remember being like, you know, we're being attacked by ex-Mos and anti-Mos, and I don't know if this is doing much good. I don't like, you know, putting my family out there, and I don't know. Like, I just was just kind of coming to him just as a wife, just being like, I don't know. And I think even Cardin was like, yeah, I don't know, like, let's see where this goes. And this is like more in the beginning. So just seeing like how quickly the Discord grew and how many people, it's like a lifeline sometimes. And I don't say that like,
it has been.
Yeah, I don't say that like smallly, if that's a word.
It really has been. We've got a prayer roll, and we've got people that have been wanting to delete themselves. We've had, and we've been able to talk them out of that. We've got people going health crises that we've been able to come around them. And there's like 2,500 people in this Discord. Not everyone talks in it. We've got our main little 50 to 60 odd people that talk in it, but it's brought so many people together. And my favorite channel is the mod channel in our little thing, and they've come around me with what I'm going through with my ex, and Matilda's stuff as well. And yous have definitely started a movement. There's a lot of new channels that have started because of it, because they've wanted to jump into the fray and help you guys battle the antis and all the garbage. And I can't thank you guys enough. And I will say this on behalf of the entire Discord. We cannot thank you guys enough for starting that Discord and bringing us all together and having us as a massive family. Yeah. Because I know for me, if the boys and the other mods were near me, I'm very well protected from my brothers, and only one of them's older than me. I'm the second oldest in there, so I won't say my older brothers, but the other guys definitely make me feel like they're my older brothers and they're protective. And but yeah, just thank you. That's all I can say.
And I think also what's so cool about the Discord is, like, how would we have even met you, Alicia? You're on the other side of the world, right?
Exactly.
But you're able to help people that are in Nebraska. And I think that's just a testament to how God works through strange and mysterious ways. Is, this Discord came together so that his children all around the world can help each other and build each other up and be that lifeline for each other. And I think that's beautiful.
We have Africans in the Discord now. We have a guy in South Africa. We have a couple of guys that are literally in the area where Jonah's digital missionary, whatever he is doing with Facebook, we've got guys on the ground right there that can give us real-time feedback on what that's going on. Like, we've got people in South America, we've got English people, we've got Irish people, we've got a Swede in there somewhere. It's just Canadians. It's just user brought the world together. User 100% brought the world together.
That is,
and thank you.
So lovely. But I do have a bone to pick. I don't mean to interrupt this beautiful spiritual cadence. Why am I not in the Discord? Like, seriously.
That's on you, love.
Yeah.
That's on you.
You got to click the link, Megan.
Okay, but
the link's not working, by the way.
That's a little bit messed up, and I just want the record to reflect that I am so mad that I'm not part of this beautiful community. So, thank you.
Okay, Discord's about to get lit with Megan coming
100%.
I'm coming in.
Hey,
once you join Megan, every woman in WardRadio, it will be in the Discord, except for Riley.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I wanted to highlight a couple of other people in the Discord that have mentioned how WardRadio has affected them. Cardin, can you pull up there's a clip in the Discord by FISTR_. Do you see it? Where it says, I consumed ex-Mormon stuff. I don't know if you see that.
Oh, yes, I can pull that up. Hold on. Yeah, it's forwarded. I'll get it up.
Okay, I'll just start reading it. But he said, I consumed ex-Mormon stuff when I got excommunicated. The algorithm recommended me to this channel and Hello Saints and 52 churches in 52 weeks. I left a comment on this channel months ago, and the responses I got from the members was so nice and so positive that I actually went to my local ward and reignited my faith in the church, and I'm currently trying to get back to the church. I don't know about the anti-stuff anymore. It's like I'm so over the negativity and depression that comes from the ex-Mormon community that I just want to help others be better people and be more Christ-like, and I want to do it as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Thank you, WardRadio. I know I'm just one person, but I just wanted to let you know how much that one video changed my life.
That's incredible. Mr. FISTR_, I'm just giving you a virtual high five because I am so sensitive. If somebody looks at me the wrong way in the parking lot, I'm kind of thinking, do I want to come back next week? The fact that you went through excommunication and still came back and somehow we were able to positively influence that, mind blown. You're not just one person. You're my hero for the day. Fister_.
Fister gets a fist pump.
Yes.
I think there's another one in there. Let's see. Miss Charlotte was blowing up the Discord with some fun stuff. There's another gentleman. I don't know if you see the one that was submitted by where is it? Oh, Miss Kelsey. We have a clip. if you want to play it. This is a young lady who, and I don't want to ruin it, I'll just let her talk, but it's a little clip about how it's affected her.
Then one day I came across YouTube channels that helped open my mind. And I think the first one was a WardRadio video. Came into my algorithm and I was like, what is this? And I don't even remember what video it was, but I watched one. You know, I was so defensive watching. I'm like, this, I don't even remember why I clicked on it. Because at this point, again, I'm like watching all these anti-Mormon stuff, like really trying to convince myself that these promptings are wrong. But I watched it, you know, I think I came across like a Thoughtful Saint one. I'm watching these videos and it's not even necessarily that they like convinced me of the other side. It's just that they like wore me down enough that I was like willing to consider the other side. And that seemed to be enough, where once I was willing to consider the other side, I started seeing the other side as I was studying and as I was watching more videos and reading more.
Yeah, I love that. But it's funny because we see a lot of junk and exmo stuff about how church is boring. Well, hello, I'm bored when I'm driving down the street. There's a lot of times where I'm bored. But there's another clip that's also in the I guess it's not a clip, sorry. It's a post in the Discord by Zadok, the priest. And he says, I never left the church because it was just boring, but I did walk out of some meetings because it was either too boring or too crazy. I remember walking out of some dry council meeting when this dry council man was telling the marsh milk stripping story. What? I just couldn't sit there and listen to the fabricated falsity. But, you know, it's life. You're going to find people that bug you or bore you, but it doesn't make the church or its teachings incorrect. So that's my 2 cents.
And the milk strippings, they say
the
it too
milk
much.
stripping story.
You know?
Like, hello. Oh, so I'm hoping and praying that you all out there that are listening, give us your stories. Tell us how WardRadio and how we, the ladies of WardRadio, have assisted in your testimony. Does Megan or Brittany have anything else that they'd like to share before we?
Oh, camera on me. Hi. Yes. Hi. I have plenty to share. First of all, just the fact that I'm here is a testimony of Heavenly Father bringing me to the tribe that I needed to navigate all of this. This is a very safe space, and the 30-second summary as to why I am here. I was dating someone. We reconnected after a hiatus. He got baptized. At his baptism, he was asked to speak at stake conference. Cardin Ellis happened to be at our stake conference. I don't know why. He saw said friend and said, he's cool. He should be on the podcast. Friend said to me, you're interesting. You should be on it too. I'm like, absolutely not. I don't talk about Jesus like in the public forum. And I came here and I felt super comfortable. So just that really bizarre journey to get here. This is really a special, safe place, and I'm really thankful that people recognize it.
And going off that story, when Megan first walked in, she brought me a cake. So for anyone else out there, if you want to be on Women of WardRadio,
bring a cake.
You are welcome to bring me a cake.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I'll bring you Vegemite. It's better.
I love it. And me too. I like cake.
Okay.
And send one to Australia. And honestly,
oh yeah,
Alicia, we love to have heard your story. But we really just wanted to listen to your accent the whole time. It's amazing. Can you say no for us, please? We didn't.
No.
Can you say it again?
Why?
Just say it.
No.
Oh, see, there it is with the little R on the end.
Why?
We just say it regular, and it's boring and it's not fun. But from Australia, no, all of a sudden sounds.
I don't understand.
What? No, I can't say it like you, but it sounds amazing.
No, what you want is how we actually say, and it, yeah, nah. That's how we actually say no. Yeah, nah. And if you want to say yes, it's nah, yeah.
Oh. And do people really say good day, mate?
Not as much as we used to. I tend to use it because of the Discord. It's my little and the live videos. It's my little slogan or whatever you want to call it. But like my grandfather's generation use it, but we don't really use it much anymore. You tend to get mate a lot. Like I use mate a heck of a lot. Depending on your tone, depends on if it's a friendly mate or if it's a mate, like watch what you're doing, like I'm gonna thump your type mate. So, but yeah, we don't really say crikey anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my grandfather did. So I think Stephen was the last of the generations to use it.
Wow.
In the way that he uses it.
Well, Alicia, thank you so much for calling in, and we love your testimony. We love your story, and you can chat with Alicia and others on the Discord. If you have any questions or comments, please post on this video or hop on the Discord, participate. We would love to hear your stories. And for this and more, you can hop onto WardRadio on YouTube and or WardRadio.com.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. We assume if you made it this far that you liked our content. So please make sure that you smash that like button and you share this video with your friends. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, please make sure that you subscribe and you press the alert button so you receive alerts on every one of our daily uploads. Now, we want to make sure that we keep all of this content flowing for free to you, the viewer. And to do that, we need your help. If you're a person of means, please consider a direct contribution through Venmo or through Zelle. And the links to those platforms will be in the description as well. Also, if you want to help us out, please make sure you buy some of our merch. We got really cool hats, really cool t-shirts for both boy and girl viewers, all available on WardRadio.com. And while you're there, you can sign up for our Ward Radio newsletter. You can receive all the really great Ward Radio news directly in your inbox simply by putting your email address in WardRadio.com. And finally, if you guys want to help out purchasing some of the equipment in the studio, you can always check out our Amazon wish list that is also available in the description of this video. And either way, whether you're pressing this button here to make sure you're subscribed to our channel, or whether you're watching another video here just because you like our stuff, we look forward to seeing you guys in the next program.